Okay, check 1 2, check 1 2. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello? How's it going?
It's going well.
I don't talk this loud normally, so.
Okay, so welcome to the 98% podcast where we hear real stories from real people. And I'm here today with Anthony Appa. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
From Florida, lived in Missouri since 97. Went to school at the Osage, 2005. Staying alive.
Sweet.
That's about it. Married, 3 kids, 1 driving. So that's pretty crazy.
Crazy, actually, to think about. So who takes him driving most, you or Sierra?
He drives himself now, so.
Oh, yeah.
She actually trained with him more, I would say. I don't know, he just kind of picked it up.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty quick.
Sweet. Okay, so how do you know me?
That one was kind of a funny story.
Oh, yeah?
So,
Okay.
we did go to school together, and we had so many friends in common, but I think I sat by you at lunch one time, maybe. We were a couple grades apart.
Maybe, yeah.
Brittany, the girl I was dating in high school,
Mm-hmm.
she was fond of you. You guys were friends, and then she knew
Yeah.
Tony, and you knew Tony, and I knew Tony, and then you knew Ethan, which was one of my best
hurdled
friend's
together.
brothers.
Yeah.
Like, we were bound to cross paths eventually, but the way I actually met you is my wife's, one of her best friends was your wife at the time.
Yep.
So that's when we really started hanging out, because I really just knew your name. I remember you.
Same.
Wearing the heavy metal shirts and stuff. But
Yeah.
I kind of kept to myself in high school. I had my little group, so.
You did a lot of skating.
Yep, even in high school I skated.
Yeah, I didn't skate, so.
I didn't. What else did you do in high school? Were you on track?
Track, yeah. So did mostly sports. Track was the big one that most people knew me from, and then did the talent shows, so did music there. So I had kind of like a interesting dichotomy, I guess. It's kind of I feel like those don't usually go together.
You were 2007?
7, yeah. Were you?
05.
05.
So
2 grades. I can't believe you were 2 grades. I thought you were just 1, but that makes sense.
I played in the 2005 talent show. Were you in that one? Tony played. He played right after me. He did a drum solo.
That would have been my sophomore year.
Yeah.
No, I did junior year and senior year, yeah.
I was going to say, because I didn't remember you then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you probably didn't do acting, right? Drama?
No, I was told I should, and I was like,
that.
nah.
But that's about all I did
Yeah.
in high school. And I played tennis 1 year.
Yeah.
And I got kicked off.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, so our paths just didn't really cross. But yeah, I remember seeing you all the time, which is funny. Yeah, we had all the same friends. But yeah, I do remember. I think the first time we started hanging out, we played like a lot of flag football.
Oh yeah,
that was fun. That was a good time. I missed that. You still play?
No.
Nope. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Well, let's see. So I share with everybody this, but what we're doing is we're going to go through a series of questions. I give you the questions ahead of time. You can feel free to go as in depth as you want. You can skip some, whatever you want to do. We're just trying to get to, letting the audience get to know you. So, so what was growing up like for you?
I did see the questions, but just like high school, I didn't study at all.
That's fair.
But growing up was awesome. I grew up in Florida, East Coast. A lot of people might know where like Orlando, Miami is. I was about an hour or 2 north of that. But Jensen Beach, Stewart, my actual hometown was Port St. Lucie, which at the time I would tell people and they're like, oh, I've heard of that town. Like, it was just a little town. But it's about the size of Springfield.
It's a pretty good size still.
And I come up here and these towns are like 5,000 people. But it was awesome. I was an only child, so.
So what was that like? Get to do whatever you wanted?
My wife says I'm spoiled, but let's say that my parents and her parents had the same income, but when you only have to split it between one child, And since I was down there, I mean, I went to Disney World a couple times, and that was like normal. SeaWorld, Epcot Center, Kennedy Space Center. I mean, that was normal. I was like, oh, it's Wednesday.
Yeah. So
But
what was the transition like to moving here then?
the biggest thing I remember when I moved here is we would drive from Osage Beach to like Eldon, and I'm like, wow, there's just like 15 miles of nothing. I had never experienced that. All the towns down there connected. Like, it never ended. There was a line where this is a new town, but so that took a lot of getting used to.
Yeah.
I still don't like that.
Yeah. Is that where you started skateboarding too? Was Florida?
I rolled around a little bit. I really didn't start skating until about ninth grade.
Really?
Ninth grade, yeah.
I would have never guessed. I would have thought you were doing it younger.
I rolled around. It was kind of a big thing down there, but I was terrible. I could barely roll on a skateboard when I was a kid, which is crazy watching my kids now. They're so much better than I ever was at their age.
Yeah.
Like going down ramps. My 6-year-old can go down ramps. I could never do that. But so I moved here in 97. I would have been 10 years old. 5th grade was my first year up here. So
How was it being the new kid?
it wasn't bad. Missouri's friendly. Midwesterners are overly friendly.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't experience in Florida.
Yeah. People aren't friendly there?
Not like here.
No. It's funny. So then, what was your dream as a kid then? Was it skateboarding, or is that just something you just picked up randomly?
I think my dream as a kid was to be an architect. No
I
idea
would have
why.
never guessed why. So no reason why?
I used to draw pictures of buildings when I was a kid.
Yeah. Is that something your family did?
No.
No. Just felt like drawing buildings, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
I don't remember.
So the skateboarding wasn't even in your wheelhouse then?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I actually thought I started skating late. Like, I was never going to be pro or anything, but even when I was in high school, I was skating with kids that were like 10, 12 years old. I'm like, man, I wish I would have started younger.
Yeah.
But nowadays they start at like 3.
You seem to be doing a lot of cool tricks though, from what I keep seeing. You get injured more though, huh?
Yeah.
Being older.
Actually injured right now.
No way. Okay,
I
what'd
don't
you
know
do?
what this is, but something on my back fell off. It's about a 4-foot drop.
Yeah.
I fell onto my back, but
So it didn't feel good?
no, but I landed it
There you go.
like 100 tries later.
That's sick.
It's been a rough week,
Yeah?
actually. Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh,
how'd you
no.
do that?
This was on Tuesday. My board just hit me in the arm. 7 stair.
Yeah?
Yep. Up in Jeff City. Right on the main boulevard. A few homeless people stopped and were watching.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you had an audience and everything.
That was a fun day. That was fun.
Yeah. That's neat. So is that some of the places you, like, where do you go to skate typically?
I go to Eldon a lot.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite place, but it's the closest place. Jeff City. Lee Summit area. Grandview.
At least Summit's nice.
Columbia. There's a skate shop in Columbia. He's got that ramp in his in his shop, so that's pretty cool.
So you get to like shop for things and skate at the same time?
Yep.
It's
And
cool.
he has ramps out back. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a cool idea. That's sweet. Okay, so growing up, so lived in Florida to start, came to the Midwest, you said around 5th grade,
Yep.
Started skating in 9th grade, wanted to be an architect as a kid. So throughout that time, so like what's been like your biggest struggle that you made it through?
Actually, the reason I moved to Missouri was my parents got divorced in about 3rd grade. So, I mean, it's kind of a normal thing, but back then it seemed like I was the first kid in my grade where their parents split up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was super not on board with moving up here. What happened was when my parents got divorced and my mom was single for about a year or so, and then chat rooms were getting kind of popular. And she started talking to this guy in a chat room that lived in Missouri. And so she came up here and met him a few times. and somehow we ended up moving up here.
So from Florida to Missouri?
Yeah.
That's wild.
To Lake of the Ozarks. Back before Lake of the Ozarks was super popular.
Yeah.
I mean, it was popular, but it wasn't like the TV show and celebrities here every weekend.
Oh yeah. Everybody asks me all the
But-
time, like, you're from the Ozarks? Like the show The Ozarks? And I haven't seen the show, but I just assume it's like way exaggerated. So I'm like, yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
was it nuts living there? No. It was kind of normal, I
Quiet.
guess. It was quiet.
I've seen one episode of that show.
Yeah, did you like it?
It's all right.
It was okay.
All I liked were the scenes that were actually from here.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't they film a lot of it in Georgia or something?
Yeah.
Random? Yeah.
Some random place.
It's funny. Okay. So then, so you said parents got a divorce and it felt like you were the only person at that time that got a divorce. So what were some of the things you experienced during that time?
It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
When my dad moved out or whatever, and it was just my mom's income, then that was kind of rough for a little bit. But it seemed like it was only about a year maybe when she met this guy and we moved up here. I
Yeah.
really didn't want to. I still don't know if I'm fully happy with it,
Yeah.
living up here.
You lived up here for so long though. Yeah.
I still wonder what my life would be like in
Yeah.
Florida if I stayed there.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
who knows
Yeah.
what I'd be doing. But
So do you still have a good relationship with your mom and dad?
yeah, crazy enough. So I moved up here with my mom, and that was in '97. So I think 2 years ago, they got back in contact, and my dad actually moved up here. So they're actually living together again
Oh yeah?
after however many years that is.
Dude, that's wild. That's funny. I've heard of that though. I've heard
20,
that a lot of relationships, when they get divorced, somehow they find their way back to each other. Sometimes, yeah, it can be a long time between. It's so interesting.
I think about 25 years.
That's so weird.
I guess that's the economy for you.
I guess it's funny that they're out back in Missouri though.
It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if they're actually together, living together.
Oh, so it's pretty recent
But-
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
So-
is that easier as far as them being in Missouri now?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I hadn't even seen my dad for like 20 or 22 years, something like that.
You didn't see him?
Yeah.
Dang. What was that like?
Got used to it after a while.
Yeah, used to it. Yeah. I can't imagine. Huh.
Yeah, it's crazy. No siblings, no dad for a long time.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So then was the guy your mom came up here for, was he in your life for a while or not really?
yeah, from '97, they ended up getting married, but they got divorced. I don't even know. 2007 maybe, somewhere in there.
Oh,
About 10
gotcha.
years. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
But he actually passed away too in about 2010,
Oh, really?
2011 maybe.
Yeah. What
But they weren't together.
Yeah, was it health reasons or something like that, or what was it?
I think so.
Was it? Yeah.
Heart condition maybe. He was a very overweight
Oh,
guy.
So yeah, so unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So biggest struggle. So you said moving up to Missouri, and the divorce of your parents, but they got back together. And so, what are you currently going through that's positive or maybe negative right now?
The most negative thing I'm going through right now is trying to build a house that we've been trying for about 3 years or more.
Yeah.
It's been bad.
Okay. Tell me more about that, because you've told me this for a bit now, and you told me you haven't been happy about it.
Yeah. It sucks. I think the worst part is that I'm working 2 jobs to finance this house, and I don't even want to live where we are.
Yeah.
But the price, we figured this loan out in 2019, basically. 2020, early 2020, we got it figured out, and then the price of lumber tripled for a while. And so we kind of ran out of loan money, so we've just been out of pocket, and it's been rough. And I've mentally given up on this, but
Yeah.
my wife is a very positive person, and she won't give up on anything. And she really wants that land because it came from her parents, but
Yeah.
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 it's kind of rough.
No, I can
It's not where I
imagine.
want to be.
Dang. So that was just one of those things. So do you think it would have been built had COVID not happened and all the extra pricing?
I guess so.
Maybe. Yeah.
I still think it was a pretty lofty design. I mean, it's going to be, if it ever gets done, it's a huge house. It's like over 3,000 square feet.
Dang.
So now we were paying to live on her grandparents' land $150 a month to live on this little 2-bedroom house. And now
Yeah.
we're paying like over $1,000 a month to live in the same house. So
Yeah. Dang. So how much more you got left to do?
I would say we're not even halfway done.
Really? Dang.
And I'm not a house builder. I don't know what I'm doing. I was surprised when you said you were doing concrete today.
Yeah.
Even that was rough. We did the concrete. I hated that.
You hated it?
It was
Yeah.
terrible. It was hot like this. It was probably 100 degrees some of those days we were pouring it, which is rough because you have to go even faster when it's hot out.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
it
like,
sets up real fast. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we
it,
had a job like that actually a couple weeks ago. I came up to help them, and yeah, it set up so fast. We were, yeah, it just wasn't good. Especially when you have to split between two trucks. We had one truck finish,
yeah.
leave, and then we were waiting on the other one, and the other one it's already setting up like crazy. So it was pretty nuts.
It was awful.
Yeah. Well,
it had to be like in August or something when we were doing it.
yeah. Got it. Well, hey, maybe I can help you work on it sometime.
Hey, you know what you're doing, huh?
Well, a little bit, maybe not a
We're,
bunch, but
we got the drywall done on the upstairs. I guess flooring's next. I don't know.
yeah.
Insulation on the downstairs.
You need to check it out. I haven't been to your guys' place in forever. Be cool to check out the new pad, see what it looks like.
Probably hasn't changed.
I mean, I'm sure it looks a lot different because I only remember I didn't see anything.
Oh, you didn't see the framing?
No,
Oh,
that's how long it's been since I've been there. Pretty sure all I saw was just your standard house last time.
oh well.
Why has it been so long? It's been
Good
a
old
couple of years,
days.
right?
I wish they could go back to that time
Go
and
back.
maybe not sign the loan, but
Yeah. Oh, dang. Okay. So currently going through that. This is a question that I forgot to ask the last guest, but who is someone that has changed your life that doesn't know that they changed your life?
that was the hard question. That's the only question that I was thinking about.
Really?
So I wasn't always the best employee,
Mhm.
worker, but anyway. I got fired from Hy-Vee in 2011, and I went to Paul's, which was a supermarket that used to be around here.
Mhm.
But so I was there for a couple weeks, and my boss promoted me to like a department management position just because he liked the way I work. And that was crazy. That was the first time I had ever had any kind of responsibilities at work. For some reason, he promoted me. And I was thinking about it. That was like the turning point in my working career.
Yeah.
As far as like having a good work ethic, I think, yeah.
Dang.
It was crazy. I don't know why he did that, but I still see him too. He works at Hy-Vee now.
Yeah.
And I'm there sometimes when I deliver, yeah.
You want to give him a shout out?
Mark Mahaley
Okay.
at Hy-Vee. He's a good guy.
Okay, sweet. That's always good. It's funny because we forget that sometimes. It's funny that I forgot that question with the last guest, but like I think that happens. Like I know people too that like I don't know, like people come into your life sometimes and they change it,
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes we never think about it right until later on. I'm like, man, I wish I would have told that person. So that's why I think it's a good question to talk about. Is I think people should be recognized for you know those impacts that they make on your life. So
That's the question I was hung up on. I was like, didn't want to be too corny or anything, but
yeah, I get
didn't
that.
want to be like my mom.
My,
I mean,
I
she's
mean,
good,
she changed your
but
life, but she probably knows she changed your life.
everybody's
Though, right?
mom changes their life. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's
But
cool.
that actually just came to me today. Been thinking about it for 2 weeks.
Well, I'm glad it
And I
came
was
today.
like, wow, I just saw him today. So
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Okay, next. So, what's a skill or talent that you'd like to share with the audience here?
well, like we kind of said, been skateboarding for 22 years now, I think. So it's crazy to think that I've been doing something for that long and that I'm not like injured worse, but 22 years.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else in my life that I've had that long besides my mom.
Yeah. Sure, it's a long time.
A couple of friends, maybe.
What are some of the accomplishments that you've done in skateboarding?
Actually, until recently, I hadn't really done much, but a few. So, first of all, maybe 3 months ago, I was at a skate park in Grandview, Missouri, and this guy, some guy left a box of boards, a random bucket of boards for free. So I grabbed one, and it ended up being a pretty good board. And I was using this board in a contest, and I ended up falling super hard. Pretty sure I broke a rib because I couldn't even move for about a couple weeks. But from that fall, I ended up winning a new board for best or hardest fall, hardest bail, which isn't something you probably want to win, but so I ended up breaking this board after that fact, but so then ended up getting this board. This is the board I won for hardest fall, and I used this board in another contest and won first place for best trick, and got another board, and then I ended up just breaking this the other day. It's kind of cracked. It's hard to see it, but it doesn't have much life left. So I'll be on my third free board in the last few months. So really fortunate.
It's cool not having to pay for boards.
Really
Okay.
thankful, yeah.
Yeah. So are those the two things that you've won?
Yep.
Sweet.
Basically.
Best trick. And what was the best trick? What'd you
do? Kickflip on the mini ramp, kickflip, stall, kickflip back out. Kind of a weird trick. I tried it once and I got really close, and the guy said, if you get that, that's it. It's over. And then I got it next try somehow. Normally I'm terrible at contests, but everything was working that day.
That's sweet. So do you have that one on video?
Yep.
Okay. So that one, we'll make sure we play it. You already saw it on the intro, just by the way, everybody. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. I think the craziest thing actually when I'm skating now, even now, people will still come up to me and they're like, you're the reason I started skateboarding, or that's the guy I was telling you about, or I've seen your Instagram. It's crazy that people recognize me. I mean, anywhere. I was walking out of Whittles in Eldon, and some kid was walking down the street and he said, hey, you're that kid from the park, right? It's crazy.
It's crazy. So how does that make you feel?
Thankful.
Yeah?
Thankful, lucky. It's crazy that you can get kind of recognized by rolling around on a piece of wood.
I know. Especially in a small town. I remember when I was doing concerts, the same thing. I remember going around, especially Camdenton area. We were really popular because we used to play like a venue out there like every week. And same thing, like we'd just be out and about. And funny thing is though, is it's not that they would, like I got recognized a few times. Who they would remember the most was our bass player, John, because he had this wild haircut. And he'd go out in town, we'd hang out, he'd do the same haircut, and like everybody would just be like, dude, you're that guy from that band, right? Like it was pretty sweet. So that I get what you're saying there. It's
awesome.
kind of neat just to walk around and yeah, people recognize you for stuff, and it's just kind of cool.
I think that's the best motivation too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you're making someone a future skateboarder, right? I signed a person's guitar once too. He had me sign it. So I guess he's became an upcoming musician because he was inspired. So that's kind of cool too. That's neat.
I think the farthest away that someone has recognized me is someone that was from Kansas City.
Yeah.
But
so how did they know you? Was it from Instagram or did they just happen to skate with you?
Just Instagram.
Yeah.
And then he was actually at the contest in Jeff where I fell really hard, and he came up and talked to me, and I was like amazed because he's really good. Yeah. I know he's sponsored by Escapist up there, skate shop, I think. He's sponsored by something up there. He's really good.
That's cool.
But I'm kind of known for the guy that will just do whatever. Go off of a 5-foot drop, go down the stairs. So I'm kind of trying to keep that image, but at the same time, I'm trying to like learn other things because I'm not going to be able to do that forever. Sure. But I need to get more technical.
Yeah.
Like with flat ground stuff would be nice.
Yeah. What's your favorite trick?
Kickflip, I guess.
Kickflip.
360 flip.
Okay. Now, for anybody just getting into skateboarding or wanting to skateboard, what do you recommend that they learn first?
I would say just learn how to roll around. Get good balance, because I don't have good balance, and you might not know that, but some of my friends can just go up and down ramps like it's nothing. They're not even thinking about it, and I can't do that.
Really?
I'll fall if I'm trying to do that. It's crazy, but yeah.
You can do tricks like crazy, though.
I have a really specific skill set, and I maximize what I can do.
Yeah.
And since there's a lot of guys that aren't going to be doing the stuff off of like a 4-foot drop, then that sticks out. But at the same time, I think a lot of people can do stuff I wish I could do.
That's pretty cool. Which I'm sure it's like that with all the professionals, huh? There's always, it's like nobody's the best at everything, right?
Some people aren't going to have good balance.
Yeah.
Like, naturally, I don't have good balance.
Yeah.
I really had to work for that.
Yeah. That's neat. Yeah, I remember reaching out to you when I tried to skateboard for a bit. Remember that?
You should try.
I mean, yeah, I borrowed a skateboard. I gave it back, but one of my friends let me borrow it. But I remember skating around, going down some ramps, trying. I did okay, but I was nowhere near doing tricks. I think I ollied once, and I surprised myself, and I couldn't do it again.
I would say just going down ramps for a good year.
Yeah. Yeah.
The balance is really important.
It was. It's funny, it felt good skating around, too, because I had never really done that before. So just push yourself on the board and just skating and swaying around was kind of cool.
It's fun.
Yeah. That was nice.
I feel like a really good, like, I've never felt like I accomplished something more than when I skated.
Yeah.
Like when you know that you could either break your arm or you could land something. It's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of talents, so I'm glad that I found that.
Yeah, very satisfying. Okay. Let's see. So what are you learning about currently that you could teach the audience here?
Basically, that's all I do.
Skating?
It's my only hobby. I've pretty much stopped everything else that I've ever done.
You still play guitar?
No.
Okay, so just skateboarding then.
My guitar's not even at my house.
Nice.
Yeah, after we recorded that song, I haven't touched it.
Really?
Kind of weird, but I think I just wanted to do that.
Just get that song recorded?
Yeah. And then that was like closure on my music chapter in my life. I don't know. I just, after I did that, it was like everything I wanted to do was good. It was good. So thanks for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was fun. I was still waiting for the call to do more songs. You think that's going to happen?
There was a couple I maybe wanted to do, but maybe if you wanted to do something, I could always help you out with some instruments. But I know we talked about that Heart song, Alone.
Heart song, Alone. Oh, yeah. We did think about doing some covers. Yeah. I need to probably do some covers. I got a way too big of a list of covers that I need to make into sweet rock songs.
That's one thing that I noticed too when I was playing music is covers. You have to have covers because it keeps them engaged.
I know, and I hate it so much. I only played one cover the whole time I played music because I just like playing originals, but I get it because people like to sing to what they're familiar with.
Me too.
So I get it. But yeah, because I think the only one we did is I recreated Dream On by Aerosmith. We played that at the last show we played together as a band.
That's a good one.
And that was a fun one, yeah. Made it real metal rock. I have a video somewhere. I just have to figure out where that is. So
I'm sure that you could make a creative version of any song you wanted.
Yeah? I think so. I think it's doable. Be cool. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make a list of cover songs and make it happen. Let's see. So I assume I probably know this already. So what are you doing for fun?
Pretty much that.
Skating. Okay. And then if you had, so we talked about, childhood moving to Missouri, parents getting a divorce. We talked about skating, a lot of that stuff. But like, if you had a book that was your life story, first of all, is there anything else you want to share about your life story? And then what would the name of that book be called?
I don't know. Let's see. My wife would probably say the golden child.
That'd be the name of your book?
She likes to think that nothing bad ever happens to me, or if something does, it always works out, or I'm like the luckiest person in the world. So,
Yeah,
I know. She'll think that's funny.
it is funny. So, see, I envision something about skateboarding since that's
Mhm.
like, it seems like your life, like born to skate or something random. I don't know.
I don't like to give up.
Don't like to give up? Okay. Would that be the name of your book?
Persistence,
Persistence? Okay.
even if it means killing yourself, resting for a week, trying again.
Okay.
But I really think this is probably my last year where I'm really going to go for it. Like, this is the hardest I've skated probably ever.
Yeah. Well, it's funny
At
that you
least
say
in
that
like 15, 20 years.
because wasn't it like a year ago or something? You landed a trick and you said, "I think that's the last trick I'm gonna land." And yeah, you're skating more now than you did before.
I remember that. That was a good one.
Yeah. What trick was that?
They built this ramp at. They put in a new ramp at the Jeff City Park, and it's about 4 feet tall, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 4 feet tall. And I kick flipped off that, and I thought that was the last big thing I'm ever gonna do, and I'm gonna take it easy. But I just feel like I want to take advantage of whatever I have left.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that would probably love to do this, and I don't want to waste, not getting any younger.
Yeah.
I feel like I wasted a lot of my 20s.
It's funny that happens. It's like sometimes when we set goals like that, we get so focused on accomplishing that goal that we think like once we hit it, we're going to be good. But that's never the case, right? It's like we're journey creatures, right? Like we're all about the journey and the progress to that goal. So it's funny that you accomplished it, and then you're like, well,
Yeah.
I have a lot more I guess I could do. So that's pretty funny. So,
I did. I really, like, that day I just sat there. I was so happy.
it's crazy. Then it was on to something else. That's why I have a feeling you're going to go longer than a year. I don't think you're going to stop. I think you're going to be that old guy just totally still skating.
It's a fine line because on one hand, yeah, I want to keep going because I can, but on the other hand, I'm like, I've never really been seriously injured, and I would hate
So
to
you don't want to be?
I would hate to tear an ACL or something, and
Yeah.
that's it,
That's fair.
or have like some chronic back issue all of a sudden because of it.
For
So
sure.
you never know.
So you're thinking longevity, which is good. That's smart too.
I just don't want my quality of life to be bad in my 70s because I skated so much in my 30s, 40s.
Well, true. No, and a lot of people don't think about that too. But some people are so focused on the accomplishments that they're fine with that. But I mean, that's how I've always been. Is anything I've done, whether it be working out or whatever, I'm pushing myself, but not in a way where I'm going to injure myself because I want to be able to continue this for like 20, 30 years. You know.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't go out every day wanting to hurt myself, but then,
Yeah.
your friends are like telling you to try something, and sometimes I can just shut off the fear and just try it.
It's a good thing to have, though.
That's why I save my vacation days
It's true.
if I'm ever hurt. But I worked through an ankle injury last year. Walking boot, didn't miss a day of work.
That's crazy. So then this book. So what do you think it should be called? We said a few things. You said persistence, perseverance.
Yeah. Something inspirational.
So that's well. What do you want? What do you want? Because that's going to be the thumbnail title for your video. Whatever you come up with for your book title.
Persistence.
Persistence. Okay.
Don't know how to spell it, but
okay. I think I spelled it right. If not, it'll spell check it for me. Okay, so persistence. I dig that. Okay, so now, what do you want to share with the audience? So this is like your time to talk about where can they find you, maybe if you're promoting something, whatever you want to do. Like this is your time to kind of promote yourself. So,
well, I know a lot of people that I talk to don't really get on Instagram, but for what I do, and if I post stuff, that's where I'm at. And I have a friend in Jeff City that started a small company. He just makes skate wax. Like, and he's trying to film a video. So I'm always trying to put stuff out there.
Okay. What's your Instagram so they can find you?
At BLOK_BOI, Block Boy. And it's from a song I heard on the radio, and I thought it was a funny term, so I had to use it. I can't even remember who sings it now. It's a pretty current song, actually.
You always have funny titles for your stuff, and I'll put the description or down in the description too, so people can find it. So Instagram, that's where they find you. You need volunteers to help you build your house.
That would be nice.
Nice. Okay. Well, where could they reach out to you if people want to help you out with your house?
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay. What's it under in Facebook?
I have my last name first, just to confuse people. APA Anthony.
It actually helps, I think, because there's so many Anthonys, but there's not very many Appas, so I find you're a lot faster. So I think it's helpful. Okay, cool. And then, so what we do is we do a question. So we have the last person on the show leave a question for the next person that comes on. So what I'll do is I'll read the question from the last guest for you, and you got to answer it, and then you get to set one for the next person.
All right.
Okay.
I know what I'm going to ask, but...
Okay. So this one is, would you rather be... Oh, let me see if I can read my handwriting here. Would you rather be a millionaire on a deserted island with everything you need to survive, or make $30,000 a year and live a normal blue-collar life?
Definitely would not want to be on an island.
No?
I don't know what you'd do with all that money on an island.
That's what I'm saying. Just by yourself, feeling rich?
Yeah, I would not want that. I don't even care about money, honestly.
Yep.
I've never in my life tried to make money off of something.
I feel the same way.
I mean, I know a lot of people want it, but I like having nice things, but I'm not going to work a crappy job to make a lot of money. I would rather work where I work now and make decent money.
Yeah.
And have a really nice job.
Yeah, be satisfied, work with good people. Yeah, I feel the exact same way. Okay. So then what question do you want to leave for the next guest?
I was going to say, what do you think is the biggest problem society is facing right now?
Ooh. Okay. This is a good open-ended question too. I think we're going to get curious. We'll get some big answers. Okay.
Do you know who's the next person?
We will find out. We'll find out. Cool. So anything else that you want to share with the audience?
No, it's been fun.
Yeah?
I hope I can get you some viewers, because I like what you're doing.
Totally appreciate it, yeah. I think it's important for us to be able to connect with people and, I don't know, find some commonality in knowing that we're all going through similar stuff. And, yeah, we need more connection these days, not artificial, right? So
It feels like that was really fast.
That was really fast.
I think your dad was pretty fast.
I think so. Like 30
I guess
minutes.
guys don't have a lot to say sometimes.
Maybe. That's true.
Right to the point.
Okay, cool.
I can tell a story in 5 minutes.
Totally.
So.
Yeah. Well, Anthony, appreciate you for hopping on the podcast. And yeah, I'm sure we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.